Hola amigos, ¿cómo estás? This patch, Clown Roland is finally here.
Flambeau.
Flambeau Roland is finally here. As usual, I'll be going through his skills, gear, and playstyle, and a little bit of the near Automata Rerun event. So let's get straight to it. Roland will be available on the 23rd with a 100% rate up, so be sure not to miss it. As usual, he will be available at 80% select rate up once it ends. Now let us move on to his skill. You'll soon notice that Roland doesn't play like your conventional character, so I'll talk about his basic attack first. The first thing you'll notice is that Roland comes with all 3 orbs fixed with no RNG and a special white signal orb. To keep things simple, all you need to do is perform the basic attack combo and always finish it with the white orb on the right to build his gauge. Roland's basic attack goes up to 4 and you can complete the combo on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th sequence with higher gauge yield and damage the higher the combo sequence finished. The gauge is split into 3 segments and each colored orb will expand 1 segment which amounts to 30 points. Unique to Roland, going into Matrix will allow him to ping an orb at no cost. And there you have it, I've pretty much explained 80% of his basic and core passive skills. Crazy, I know, that's the power of TLDR. Now moving on to his orb skill starting with Rit. As I've mentioned before, orb skill requires at least 30 deception points aka 1 gauge segment to trigger. However, Roland's orbs can be performed twice in a row for a follow-up, so you'll need 60 points for that as demonstrated here. Yellow orb, also his strongest orb, is his infamous kick move from his boss form. Performing it again will stun the target for 2 seconds. Blue orb is his range attack, and performing it again will pull in enemies, so it's good for setting up crowd control. And now for the best part about Flambeau. Climax! Once you have enough energy, activate his signature to perform an AoE nuke and you'll get 1 incinerating orb. Be sure to use it before the signature expires and just go ham with the orbs. I highly recommend spamming yellow for the highest DPS and it also stuns the enemies. And there you have it, that is the modus operandi of Flambeau. Constantly build gauge to ping orbs to gain signature energy, climax all over them, and rinse and repeat. If you've been wondering where his Tarzan move went to, it's in his QTE. Roland's Ultima Awakening is also unique. Instead of the usual random 3 starter orbs, he gets 30 gauge at the beginning, allowing for an orb ping immediately. Moving on to his rank passives, SS grants additional damage to his orbs as well as 2 free pings during Matrix, giving him a total of 3 free orb pings. I highly recommend SS rank as the minimum to quickly build signature energy. As usual, SSS is the sweet spot if you plan to use Roland seriously. The gauge limit is increased to 150 and he also gains an extra 30 points each time he enters the battle. More energy generation from orb skills and the damage of his signature move is doubled. Finally, for SSS Plus, on top of all the additional damage buffs, the highlight of this rank is that his Matrix cooldown is reset every time he enters Climax! And that concludes Roland's rank passives. Every rank contributes to his orb and signature gains. S to SS if you're F to P, higher if you want efficiency. Moving on to his weapons, 4 to 5 star is good enough for F to P. 6 star is not mandatory, but it's really nice to have. What the 6 star weapon does is that Roland will no longer be limited by the dodge cooldowns after every consecutive dodge. Successfully dodging an attack will also convert his white orb to a free combo 2 finisher. Since the memory set effect grants evasion recovery for finishers performed, this is a good way to keep up with enemies' attacks. Normal gauge points generated during Climax will also be converted to the signature gauge points instead. Speaking of memory, this was what I was talking about regarding the evasion recovery after combo finishers. Apart from that, it's straightforward that Roland uses the full Jack set. As for resonance, 6 yellow and 6 signature. You'll be primarily spamming yellow orb during Climax for maximum DPS. For signature weapon resonance, it's Overload Signal, Matrix Outburst, and Limit Break. And that concludes Flambeau's guide. Coming up next is a short demonstration of his gameplay.
道具をどう使うのか見せてもらおう。真の叫びをもっと聞かせてよ。真の叫びを今だ。クライマックス。道具をどう使うのか見せてもらおう。真の叫びをもっと聞かせてよ。どこへ逃げるつもり？今だ！クライマックス！どこへ逃げるつもり？どこへ逃げるつもり？今だ！クライマックス！これで終幕。この茶番劇楽しめた？
Last but not least, Nier Automata Collab is having a rerun. This will be the one and only rerun, so if you've missed it before or wish to roll more copies to build your collab characters, now's the time to do it. Be warned that the free A2 shards will not be available in the rerun and it's primarily for catching up purposes. However, a separate rerun campaign will be active. There will be a 2-for-1 deal for the Nier Automata characters up to 3 times each, so use this to plan your upgrades. If you wish to know more about the collab characters themselves, the link to my past guide video will be provided in the description below for your reference. We've come to the end of the Flambeau guide, and I hope that has been helpful to you in understanding how to Kuraimatsu all over the battlefield. Consider leaving a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.
切り開きます。
あなたたちの結末はただ一つ。諦めた方が賢明です。
私は指揮戦士のカラスバ。